I had an epiphany. Don't I have a couple of spoiled dogs? Well, here's my epiphany. It just dawned on me today. This is 3 different kinds of .22 rifles. And here's what they do not have in common. They each have different trigger components. They each have different magazines. Nothing fits another rifle. You would have to have, in an emergency or long-term survival type situation, you'd have to have 3 different firing pins, 3 different sets of springs and inner components to repair and keep these all in working order. 3 different sets of magazines. Well, actually, you're limited to 15 rounds here. And on the other hand, what I have here is 3 Ruger 10/22s in various configurations. Here's what they have in common. Identical bolts. Identical trigger components. Identical magazines. The barrels are interchangeable on all of these. And then you have magazines. All these magazines will fit in any of these Ruger 10/22s. And for a survival situation and a long-term situation where you're going to be on your own without the availability of parts, what would the smart thing to do be? I think having all the same kind of rifles and all the same kind of parts. Look, I mean, even just right here in my little junk box here, that's 2 firing pins for Ruger 10/22s. And I have parts everywhere. Just over the years I've worked on them, and I end up with extra parts. I have no idea where they come from. So these are for sale. I'm going to sell these and buy as many Ruger 10/22s as the money I get from these will buy. I just wanted to share that epiphany with you. Doesn't make sense if you're preparing. If you don't know what I mean, you wouldn't understand the answer. If you're preparing, it does not make sense to have anything that's not compatible or has more than one use. Those magazines only fit that gun. And you've already seen the trouble I had with Black Dog magazine. That's the only magazine I have for that gun. That's the Puma. It's made in Italy. The gun itself is made in Italy. How on earth would I find repair parts? These Marlin Model 60s, they're okay, but the trigger group, each year they changed, so you would have to find a model that was exactly like this. There's so many internal components that changed over the years that they're not interchangeable. So there's my little short video. That's my epiphany. I'm going to get all one kind of gun, and they all shoot roughly the same particular ammo they all prefer, or at least shoot well with it. So I don't even have to store ammo for the more persnickety rifles behind me. Alright, I'm going to quit talking. I just thought I'd share that idea. It makes sense to me, and that's my next move, to get rid of them other ones and buy as many of these as I possibly can with the money I get out of them. Thanks for watching.